All right, let me tell you about our third and final for the quarter. Yes?
Yep. 3 for the quarter.
Just 3?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. When I love that this is like the last checkout. So it was like not $50K. It was $46,993.28.
That's correct.
Like we are just kings of ruining the math on cap tables. We wouldn't like to write you a $25K check. We'd like to write you a 26. You suck.
And we appreciate your patience with
That's
us
right.
while we do that. We deploy every dollar
That's
as
right.
best we can. We don't want it sitting around. Yeah.
Okay, so this is Solve data. Solve is from this guy, Neil. Neil built Sail Through from back in the day. So if you've been in e-commerce for a decade-ish, you remember Sail Through. Sail Through was actually really, really forward-thinking in terms of like they would crawl your catalog on your website, ingest all of your products, and then like build customized recommendations by email for them. They were the first to be doing this. They were innovative that you didn't have to maintain a feed to them. They just knew and saw it. Like there's a bunch of stuff they were doing right. Their product really struggled after Neil left. But like, man, for a while there, they cost a fortune.
Yep.
Had a big promise, did a great job, but then like just got surpassed by a bunch of people in the market. We used them. I tried to stiff them with a big bill as I left. I tried sending them like the spider that I valued at $30,000, like that idea. It didn't go fast. I ended up having to pay him money, but really didn't like the service in the end. But in the beginning, we loved it. Thought it was great. So Neil's back. Neil's back doing a thing. He's doing Solve data. So the idea with this is I've been waiting for a long time. I literally have a PowerPoint from like a decade ago where I described like the e-commerce brain, where like if we can start building data events around a primary key of a customer, right? So like Bo comes to the site, Bo chats with a customer service agent. Bo doesn't come back for 3 months. Like I should know that, oh, this thing, he came tied to this, and then I didn't see him again. Maybe there's a customer service problem here. Or what was this event that happened right there? And then we send him an email, and then we send him a text, and then this other thing happens. And like we can understand what's happening in this, and then change the what we're doing based on these inputs. And so everything, like there's a lot of places that you can save data. Like you can data lake data, where you just dump it all in a big space. But there's not a lot of stuff where like you're trying to have an active center brain that is aggregating all of this around the customer and then building outputs or like changing how the site behaves or how customer service flows would go, something like that, right? So Solve is coming in saying, hey, we're going to do that, right? Their V1 is really around first party data, right? Trying to like help you, the merchant, recreate the data that you used to be able to access very easily you used to be able to connect to Facebook and find your people and do stuff with them because it was very transparent who was doing this, and your third party apps would help you.
So first party is like the e-commerce company itself owns the data.
If I go to your website and you're allowed to track what happens on your website.
Yeah.
But third-party trackers are now a big no-no, which is like other companies want to be put on my website and monitor what they're doing.
Which was everybody used Facebook and Google for that.
Everybody used the third-party tracker because it's hard to build and maintain your own data storehouse of your own customers and what you're doing, right? So they're coming in and saying, look, we'll help you solve this we'll help you build your first-party data so you have data again that you can access, you can take with you can do whatever you want with. But also, we are going to make that a really rich data set by connecting all these other sources as time goes on, to the point where now you will have your e-commerce brain that you can connect back into your Shopify store and say, hey, when somebody does this should happen. And like, we'll learn about this and make it better. And so I've been looking for this forever, man. There's a lot of people that are doing data, a lot of people doing data in e-commerce, none that are doing data that I think are doing it phenomenally well. And so it's still too early to say that they've solved it, but like they're aimed in the right direction. It's from a founder that we really believe gets it and has done interesting stuff in this space before.
Yeah, this is such a sane next stop after Sail Through, because Sail Through was so much of this on like the front end CRM side that like internalizing that and giving it to you, the e-commerce owner, I mean, this dude has got to be one of the smartest 10 people in the world about the thing that he is tackling, which is exactly who you want to see.
Wait, did you use Sail-Through?
Yeah, man. Literally one of the best. It was one of the best kind of e-commerce tool pitches that I've ever seen. It was so good, in fact, that I remember the sticker shock on their pricing. Everybody swallowed it. And I remember there was like a 6-month period where everybody that I knew working on an e-commerce business got on Sail-Through. Yep. I mean, it just like having the skill set to do it was the biggest shortage. And then it's like, do you need to hire them to do it? Can you hire people to do it? Like, I mean, he has lived this show before, and I think really awesome to get to back him. Like, this is going to be really cool.
And the environment is demanding this solution, right? Like these Facebook already turned theirs off.
Well, like with Apple, like everything,
or Apple's stopped it already.
It's very Google's going too soon to let third-party stuff exist, and so like building your own and then enriching that in meaningful ways is going to be crucial.
And people can't afford to keep reacquiring their own customers through like the acquisition costs of Instagram and YouTube and stuff. Like increasingly have to just like own your own data.
Well, acquisition is one thing, and then there's also just the maintenance and like longevity of that customer, which is where a lot like imagine in my world. So I've got an e-commerce sort of collection of companies, right? And so I should have first party data from like 5 different stores, and I should know if I got a customer in one.
Yeah.
And like, did I feed it over to the other? Like, where else is it shopped? What has happened? But like, because I don't own that first party data, I like, it's really tough to do that. Yeah. And so now creating a world where it's like, I don't know. And they've hit these flags, they've done this. And so like me as an enterprise, I've built this profile and I've augmented it with all these other inputs. Like it starts to be a really, really cool thing. And this one came through, there's actually an investor in Pretzel. My defunct. I'm so sad that doesn't exist, man. Every time I try to do a budget thing, I'm like, look at Pretzel. I was a genius.
This episode will now be devoted to Pretzel.
But they were one of my first checks into Pretzel, and just a good group that we've stayed in touch with. And they were coming in on this and sent it over to us because he knew I loved the space, and so we're coming in and excited to be in.
Yeah. It was a big round too. Like they're going to be able to make a long way on this.
Yeah, well, and this is one that like you can't raise $1.5 million and do anything, right? Yeah. It needs like a real engineering move and which,
sales,
which uniquely positions a guy with this track record aimed at this space to do it. So.
Yeah, the early traction is good. I think they were a very thoughtful like wedge and expand.
Yeah,
like approach to this.
We installed it on ours, so we're testing it on my companies. I was like, I've seen a lot of these. Let me try it out. We'll test it, make sure it's real before we come in because so it's real. We like it. It's cool.
I mean, it's such an amazing advantage. Every time we get an e-com pitch, I'm just like, Al,
do you like this? Would you try it? Are you a customer yet? Let's go.
Have you been desperate for this for 4 years? If so, try it. If you're like, oh shit.
It actually has been a bunch of them where I'm like, I've started this for a long time and never cared about this.
Yeah. Or this is the exact same pitch. I've seen this pitch every year. Like, but yeah, when you see one like that, and you're like, yeah, we integrated it and it made us money. And yep, let's go.
I'll tell my friends. We should all do it. Yeah.